What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got a quick little review up. I'm not going to cut that out. I got a quick little review of a little knife with some big character. Thank you, Pons, for letting me borrow this. Hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe if you want more of it. I really appreciate it. Thanks to all my viewers and subscribers, channel members, Patreons, people like the Pons that send me awesome knives to check out all the time. You guys are awesome, and y'all definitely help keep me going with the content, man. I really appreciate it. So without further ado, this is the Civivi Knives Baby Banter. All right, take a good close-up look at this one. But if you see something a little different about it, and if you're thinking, man, he's reviewed that one before, I sure have. This one is, in fact, the Wharncliffe version, right? So, kind of turns it into a different knife in a way. I think so, anyway. That little warning definitely is handy. We'll get into all the details of it here in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and go through some quick size comparisons, specs, stuff like that. Like I said, I reviewed this one before, so it's not going to be as long of a review, but maybe a little review. So, overall length from the tip of the blade to the end of the handle, you're looking at 5.5 inches. On the blade length, that's the overall length of the knife. I'm sorry if I misspoke on that. Blade length, overall blade length here, you're looking at 2 3/8 overall blade length, and your cutting edge is right at 2 inches on the dot on that cutting edge. So let's get the calibers out. Do a blade stock thickness here, 102 thousandths on the thickest part of the spine, and it goes down to 25.5, 26 thousandths or so behind the edge. 430 thousandths on the handle thickness. We'll go ahead and do a few size comparisons here. Let's get out the Spyderco. It's your Spyderco Paramilitary 2. That's your Spyderco Para 3. So smaller than the Paramilitary 2, way smaller than the Para 3. Or way smaller than the Paramilitary 2, smaller than the Paramilitary the Para 3, sorry. But those let's get out a smaller Spyderco. This is around Para 3 size, I would say. That's the native 5, lightweight with some fancy scales on it. Put that one up. Let's get out some of its brothers here. Some other Civivi knives. That's the Chevalier, however you want to say it. That is the Civivi Vision FG. So you can definitely tell you're looking at what I would call a small size knife. And we'll get out two other small knives. Your Kizer Mini Sheepdog and your Cold Steel Mini Tough Light. A little bit similar with the forward choils on that one, but smaller cutting edge. That is the Mini Tough Light though, right? So bear that in mind. It is larger than that one though, right? It's longer, just a little bit. That was a joke. Nobody got it but me. And last but not least, we'll go with the original Baby Banter. So that's the drop point version, right? The original one. I kind of like, personally, if I had to pick between the two, I think this would be the winner in my book. It's a pretty good knife, especially for the price. This thing runs around 60 bucks. 62.90 right now on BladeHQ, actually looking at it right now. So pretty good finish on this thing, I think, overall. Let's go ahead and finish specs before I jump ahead of myself. We'll get a weight on this little guy. It feels, I mean, I think these particular micarta scales kind of make it feel a little more substantial to me anyway than these. But let's compare weight on it. This one feels like it weighs more, but I bet it doesn't. Let's go ahead and 2 ounces. 2 ounces, look at that. Different blade shapes, different types of micarta, still the same weight. So 2 ounces on your weight. That is under the ounce and inch ratio. So that's pretty cool. let's see. Let's get out the blue jeans here, see how she carries in the pocket. Similar to the other one, I'm betting, yeah. I like their deep carry clip on this. Seems a little different than their normal Civivi deep carry clip. There you go. I kind of like this one a little bit more, but it is very very similar to that one. A little Banter right there for baby Banter. Ben Peters, of course, the guy that invented this knife, the guy from Knives. And speaking of, let's get out. We'll use our handy dandy Knives driver here to check out the hardware. Let me see there it is. I was looking over to the side at first. This is the one thing about the NAS driver. I was looking over to the side at first trying to find my T8, which I'm believing it's a T8. I haven't checked it. So you got T8 on that extra screw on the reversible. Of course, it is left-handed friendly, so that's good. Kind of odd, but T6 on that. The actual clip screws are T6. Huh, that is weird. That's a T8. I wonder why they didn't go with T8 all the way around. That'd be good to know. If anybody else knows, let me know for sure in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of this one. Yep, T8 on the pivot, T8 on the body screw, right? T8 on this clip screw, which is also a body screw, right? And T6 on those two clip screws. So that's an interesting choice. Been cool if it was T8 all the way around, so you only had to use one driver. But yeah, so that's all the specs pretty much. This is essentially the same as its original brother. Same action, feels good. Not necessarily like drop shut or anything, but it runs pretty smooth, no issues there. Ergonomics on it are perfect. I do like the Wharncliffe blade shape more, especially for this size. You know, it's a nice little box cutter slicer. You know, Nitro V on the steel on this. It does come in a variety of different coatings, blade handle materials, stuff like that. Little jimping up there on the spine, jimping underneath right there, jimping right here. Good lock bar access. Thumb studs are pretty comfortable. I like the contrast with the black and that gold right there. That's pretty cool. And I am digging the micarta on this one in particular. Now I'm going to go ahead and check Pons's note here again, which I did earlier, but this is burlap micarta. So really smooth burlap micarta though. It feels really nice. Nitro V on the steel, burlap micarta, black stonewash, contoured. You know, on the scale, it makes it, you know, to me, and from what Pons said too, you know, the scales are a lot better. You know, it feels a lot more updated on the scales, which, you know, I don't know if, I guess that depends on the user, but to me it does. Now, I wear a large size glove, have average size hands. My pinky is, like, when I'm choked up, wanting to kind of slide off, but, you know, almost pretty much a full 4-finger grip on this guy. Choke back, you know, 3-finger grip, of course, but choked up, you're locked in pretty tight. You know, I like it. Pretty cool, man. I really appreciate that, Pons. Thanks for letting me borrow this awesome little knife, and thanks for supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think about this one. If you guys tried this one, you like the other one better, what's your experience with the baby Banter? Hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe down below if you want more of it. And until next time, man, I hope you guys have an awesome evening, day, night, whenever you're watching this. And I'll see y'all on the next one.